In a business, you tend to be very focused on results. And in the end, we all want results, the best results for the company, for us. That's very clear. The best way to consistently achieve results and the best chances you can have in that is to define and optimize the processes that get you to that result. We are trying to make people more motivated, much more involved in defining the way they work and how they can improve their daily work and their processes and the results coming from the processes. But also commitment and entrepreneurship. All of that you can find in the CI framework. After initial hesitation, working with the new tools, most people tend to be converted to the CI way of approaching problems in the plant or improving processes. And it really changes their motivation in their daily work. That's something that is very clear and that we are very happy about. It's a kind of virtuous circle that needs to get initiative, but once momentum is there, you will all see that it's continuing almost on its own.
Before CI, there was no structure, no standards, nothing.
It was chaotic back then. This hand wasn't talking to this hand.
They were working very hard, but not very smart.
On a day-to-day basis, it was hectic. Really, it was hectic.
From when very first we got in, right up until shift close, we was firefighting.
A whole host of alarms, multiple failures of the machinery, chaotic and exhausting.
Each shift had their own way of doing it. What they did, the next crew would come in, it'd be a different process altogether.
You come on the next day and because people had changed things and put their settings in, we were back to square one.
It was an attitude of, when it's broke, we'll fix it.
Lick it, stick it, get it running, move on to the next one.
It would take you longer to find the tools than to actually fix the problem on the machine.
A job that would normally take 10 minutes was taking 30 and 40 minutes because you couldn't find a brush or a shovel, so you simply couldn't do your job properly.
You'd raise things with management and it just got lost.
Everybody knew there was a problem.
A lot of the time you was dreading coming into work. The problems was that bad.
We questioned, are all of these world-class multinational companies who are using these CI tools, are they wrong and we are correct at Knauf Insulation not to use them, or is it the other way around? I suspected we were missing out on something by not investigating these techniques. That was really the starting point and the reason to start to experiment with the tools and with continuous improvement generally.
Other systems had been brought in by the company. I think at the end of it really all they got was a new pen.
The program would come on board and you're like, how long is this going to last?
Here we go again, it's the same old nonsense, and that was the general feeling, I think, of everybody on the plant.
We thought CI was just another way of management putting extra duties on us.
Managers, generally speaking, are only around in the factory for 30% of the time, so it's not logical for those managers and leaders to be the process experts and to be the troubleshooters, because what do you do for the other 70% of the time? It's more logical to devolve expertise to the people who are running the process 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
For me, coming in from a very command and conquer style management team to what was being developed as a more facilitative management team was a really difficult step for me. It took me a little while to adapt. Getting the engagement of the plant teams and spending time embedding the correct behaviours with the plant teams is absolutely critical to CI and its sustainability.
I think it takes a lot of hard work. It takes a daily belief in what you're doing every day, and that needs to be entirely aligned through the management team and the leadership team as a whole to ensure they have the correct behaviours to support the direction we would take as a plant.
There is a lot of seniority, a lot of people locked into doing things their own way. You got to change that mentality, and that was the hardest part, is being able to get some of the high senior people to buy in a unionized environment. That was very challenging.
We were told from the start that CI is a journey. I've never heard that before. I've never heard anybody say to you, from now on going forward, this is how we work here. You think, oh yeah, we're going to stick to this, but we have, and that's because we've got buy-in.
This is going to help you to be a better worker and to, you know, everybody likes job security, and it was all around that.
I was a non-believer. It wasn't easy, but over a matter of time, the results were there for all to see.
I've worked in the glass industry all my life, and I've seen so many initiatives sort of come and go. None of them has really stuck like CI.
It takes time to engage individual operators and individual engineers. Generally, you do that through workshops